Hello, Mustang Nation. Welcome to week 2 of the Grapevine Mustang Coaches Show. Matt Carnes, Grapevine Booster Club member, here along with head coach of your Grapevine Mustangs, Randy Jackson. Tonight's show is brought to you, as always, by Kemasod Realtors. That's www.kim.dfwrealtyassociates.com. Give Kim a call and tell her thanks for sponsoring the Coaches Show and also the highlights on Mustang TV on the Grapevine Mustang website. But Coach, let's get right into it. You talk a lot about bringing Abilene Cooper in. You talked a lot about grown man football, and wow, 61-7 wasn't as scripted, but it went our way. Tell us about it.
Well, I just couldn't be more proud of them. I think non-district should be for playing quality opponents that are going to get you better. Abilene Cooper is a name really basically known throughout the state. It's a tradition-rich program, and
Absolutely.
so I all week we had a great week of practice. We all know we didn't play great against Azle. So I think we had a little something to prove there, but our guys knew they were going to have to play well to beat Abilene Cooper. But in my 3 years here, a little over 2, it's by far the best game we've played, and I was just so proud of how physical we were. Our defense was great. Our offense executed. The kicking game was fine. It was a great home opener for us with 96 team coming back. It was a magical night.
Well, it was certainly a fun one to watch. You got off to a fast start. You talked a lot about that. You're up 35-0 at the half. Third quarter comes along. You got a fourth down, and just to keep things going your way, you convert that fourth down and keep the drive going. So talk about the thought process behind that.
Well, we think that the first 5 minutes of the second half are the most important 5 minutes of the game. And so on Tuesdays, we actually, in the middle of practice, we go a 10-minute halftime. We do our family groups then. We warm up. So we do a lot of intentionality on the first 5 minutes. So we practice halftime on Tuesdays. We go good against good. And so we just felt like it was 4th and 4, I think. We were in our punt formation, and we snapped it to Wolf in a fake that we had repped, and they probably thought we might not punt it, but unless you've seen the fake, it's hard to defend everything. So Wolf popped it for 29 yards, and I felt like then, I'm a big believer in momentum, and I felt like we took any chance of them getting momentum away with that conversion.
Yeah, they just never had a chance to get anything going. We heard a lot about their running attack coming in. 2 of their most proud running backs, which is saying something when you think about that team's history. And they had about 40 yards of offense until the last play of the game when they finally scored. So talk about the defense and also talk about that fast start.
Well, the defense was just, again, just so physical. We just didn't give them room to breathe. Just looking at them in warm-ups, I'll be honest, in warm-ups, I just thought, oh my gosh, the receivers are tall. They're 3 rounds playoff team last year with 7 and 8 starters back, so really felt like we had our hands full, and I've yet to. I really think if there was a more physical defense last Friday night in the state, I would be surprised. I was just so proud of them, and it started on play 2 when the quarterback scrambled number 12. They have a 2 quarterback system, 12 scrambles. Blake Stiles hits him, and his ear pad pops out. And in the press box, I'm hearing that this guy's a little bit shaken up, and so they replace him. And there's a holding penalty, and then 2 plays later, on 3rd down from the 5, Brennan Davis comes off the edge on a blitz, hits the next quarterback, number 16. The ball flies up in the air. Brian Andrews catches it, touchdown. And so 4 plays in, both their quarterbacks have been hit hard. We scored a defensive touchdown, and momentum was big time on our side.
Defensive lineman dream, Brian Andrews, ball right there, catches it. Fast start defined. So, and we'll get more. We'll hear from Brian here in a little while. Talk a little bit more about that blitz with Brennan Davis, and we'll pull the play up here to show it here.
Yeah, Brennan is an outside backer that is a great pass rusher, number 15 right there. So he's coming off the edge, and they don't pick him up, and he lowers the boom, and the ball just comes out, and it looks like an easy play, but great athlete, to catch that ball there. So here's the end zone view of it, which is a great teaching view that we use a lot. So that's kind of a neat angle of it. But Matt Ingram applies pressure, Drew Harden, Will DiGiacomo, We just played great up front all night.
It was definitely a smothering defense if there was ever one to find. So, great week. Congratulations on that. Looking ahead now, we have Frisco Heritage coming to town. What do we expect with Frisco Heritage coming in?
They're an 0-2 team, honestly, but they played two really good football teams. They played Frisco Lone Star, who was in the state finals last year. They played them on national television where they opened up the new Star and
Right.
got beat pretty bad. But a lot of teams are going to get beat pretty bad by Lone Star. And then they played Colleyville Heritage this past week and got beat 59-34. So defensively, they've given up a lot of points. They're a 4-3 defense. Offensively, it's really where they're very scary. 34 points against Colleyville Heritage is pretty good. Over
defense.
500 yards. We compare their quarterback to the quarterback at Arlington Heights last year, which is a little fast, athletic guy. We have to contain him. He can big play us. They're a big option team, so we've got to make sure we do our be a disciplined defense. So we have to still be physical, but in a disciplined way where option football makes you accountable. And if somebody doesn't do their assignment, then somebody's free and he's pitching it or he's keeping it. And so it's a very dangerous offense in the fact that their quarterback is a great athlete and he can give you a leg, take it away kind of guy. Again, I have plenty of respect for Colleyville Heritage's defense. We have not done well on the 2 years that I've been here, and they really made them look pretty average last week. So offense is their strength. Defense is sound. The kicking game is sound, but our defense is going to have to come up big again.
Well, you've got a short week and you're coming off of a really big win. How do you get your team prepared for that?
Well, we talk about this being a trap game, and in fact, I've got some mouse traps hanging from the ceiling in the locker room. Every day I'm adding a few, and it's a trap game. A trap game for us is one that you can lose, but you should not lose. And for us, it's not a trap game because Frisco Heritage is not a quality opponent. It's a trap game because we've beaten Abilene Cooper 61-7, and last year we did this with the Arlington Heights game, and we really just had a dud game the next week against Lake Dallas, and we did not play well. So that's our emphasis this week is, I've showed them some Lake Dallas highlights of just how we played flat, and so we've talked about really the George Bush picture when he's on the aircraft carrier and it says mission accomplished when we took Baghdad, and so mission not accomplished. We're ranked in the Morning News top 10. We're in the Fort Worth Star Telegram. We're third in the area. We got votes in the top 10 in the state. So really neat. We should enjoy that. But mission's not accomplished, and this is a game that we can definitely lose if we still think that we're going to get some carryover from Abilene Cooper.
Well, and that is good. We'll see how they respond Thursday night. You have gotten some recognition. You want to be a elite program, and you've clearly gotten some recognition with some of those votes. So you're getting noticed. That's good. Also got a lot of other good things going on around Grapevine Mustang football. Talk about the Moms 101 that aired Saturday night, and also showed some of those highlights from the Cooper game.
Yeah, I was real proud of the. I knew they came out and did it and all that, and that's been a few weeks ago. But I was real proud of the segment they did. I thought they did a great job. Interviewed a couple of moms and talked about some of the things that we did. So that's there is. Publicity like that is really, it's priceless. Just when the Metroplex is seeing how your program is, and it's a place that you want to be a part of. So, and then they showed highlights of the Cooper game, and so it's just our arrow's pointing north, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
Mustang Nation, we're starting a new segment this week. Player interviews to hear about the key plays and the key players from the game. Starting off week 1, we have Brian Andrews, nose guard number 43. Brian, talk about the game overall Friday night and how the Abilene Cooper was a big surprise, as it turns out.
Defensively, we just put it on them. We played real fast, physical, and played some Mustang football.
Well, it started off fast. We hear Coach Jackson talk all the time about a fast start. Y'all got a really fast start. First minute of the game, you got that interception, your 2-yard pick six. Plays right here. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here on this play.
Right there, as he snaps it, I read the screen perfectly, and running back was right where I was. I was defending him. I picked it, and we got some pressure on the quarterback. So
Here it is, another angle from the end zone.
So right there, they don't touch me. I read it perfectly. Pick 6.
Were you worried about catching the football?
A little bit. I was surprised it fell right into my hands. So it was, and then I got hit by one of my own players. So I was bobbling a little bit, and then I hung on to it. So it was a scary moment at first, but I hung on, scored.
Well, you gave up 40 yards until the last play of the game as a defense to one of the best teams in all of Texas high school football. So congratulations, and go get them Thursday night with Frisco Heritage.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Coach, tell us what's on schedule for this week.
Well, we're a day early this week, so Wednesday is sub-varsity. We've got 3 different locations. We've got our freshmen at Mustang Panther, blue at 5 and red at 7. Our JV blue is at Fort Worth Poly at 6, and then our JV red is at Frisco Heritage at 5:30. Our JV red's at 5:30 at Frisco Heritage, and then our varsity's playing on Thursday at Mustang Panther, and all Thursday games are at 7 o'clock, so it happens a little bit sooner. That morning will be our breakfast with champions. So any males, you're invited. We've got Polish and Pray Wednesday night, so moms come out and be a part of that. And just want to thank the junior moms for feeding the coaches. Y'all do a great job for us on the weekend, and the senior moms for feeding the kids. That's awesome also. So a lot of good stuff happening, but everything's a day earlier this week, and so Thursday at 7 at Mustang Panther will be the big deal.
Don't forget, if you can make it, 7:30 Thursday morning, Breakfast with Champions is just a fascinating event. Wonderful time to get to meet the players, get to hear what they're looking at with the upcoming game that week. So that concludes week 2 of the Grapevine Coaches Show. Special thanks again to Kim Assad Realtors. That's www.kim.dfwrealtyassociates.com, 817-368-2111. Special thanks to Kim for the poster here to make it easy to find her. Give her a call, say thanks. We'll see you next week.